Hey guys, okay, I'm not going to be able to see your comments just yet, so if I'm not answering comments, you will understand that I can't see them for the moment. So, wait a minute, I can go over here and see how many people are in here. Okay, we've got a couple popping in. All right, I'm going to go do just a really quick update on the Tuttle shooting. For those of you that don't remember, the Tuttles are the couple that were murdered in their home by Houston police narcotics officers doing a raid that turned out to be bogus. They falsified information. They didn't just falsify it. They lied, straight up lied, to get warrants to enter the home. Upon entering the home, for one reason or another, a gunfight ensued, and both homeowners were killed in the process of the raid. Four officers were wounded. Another one hurt himself running away. This has been a big deal. Of course, local media now is starting to kind of cover it up and forget about it, but I'm not going to forget about it. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of it, and justice has been slow, very slow. So here is what we are here for. Wanted to go over this case for you. Now, before I go over this case, I wanted to point somebody out to you here. This guy in this picture right here. This is the lawyer for Otis Mallett. Otis Mallett. He's the guy that this case focuses around. This lawyer's name is Jonathan Landers, and he is an excellent lawyer. And I speak well of him because he's my lawyer. He's represented me before and is currently representing me in the case that I am involved in out of Deer Park from the lying Deer Park police officers, mercenary officers. Anyway, so here's what I got. I'm going to read this to you. This case is not directly related to the Tuttle's case. It is something else. Okay, this is another case that Officer Goins was involved in and fabricated evidence, allegedly fabricated evidence in. Now, my lawyer, like I said, Goins, was well known to me. He's well known to my attorney, not in just this case, but in several others. And he was known to the Harris County District Attorney's office. And yet they made no effort to stop him, get him moved to a different job, nothing. Harris County District Attorney continued to take cases from him, knowing his history and knowing that he makes false cases. I'm going to read this article for you. There is a link to this article in the description of this video for those that wish to go for it. Go read it themselves. A former Houston police officer who has been charged in connection with a deadly 2019 drug raid that left 2 people dead is facing accusations that he provided false testimony that led to the wrongful conviction of a man in another case from 2008. So the stuff with Goins is not recent. I've known about it since 2013, 2014. This case goes back as far as 2008. Attorneys for 64-year-old Otis Mallett alleged Gerald Goins lied in trial testimony about buying crack cocaine from their client in April of 2008 and failed to disclose evidence that would have been beneficial to Mallett's case. Mallett was sentenced to 8 years in prison and later paroled. The Harris County District Attorney's Office and the Houston Police Department hid evidence that would have cleared this guy. Imagine that. And people laugh when I say that the Harris County District Attorney's Office is withholding evidence and the Deer Park Police Department is withholding evidence in my case. And yet here we have proof. They do it. Mallett has long maintained his innocence. Otis has been fighting this case since 2008. It's fair to say that I think he's pretty tired of being put through all this kind of stuff, but hopefully we'll be done with this soon. That's a quote from Jonathan Landers, my attorney and Otis's attorney as well. Landers had requested that Goins testify during the hearing. Goins, 55, appeared in court, but soon was dismissed after his attorney, Nicole DeBoard, told a judge her client would be asserting his Fifth Amendment right not to testify. Well, he testified the first time. Why would he not testify now? Imagine that. We will not be having him testify on any matters while there is an investigation pending by the Harris County District Attorney's Office, DeBoard said. These lawyers can make any claims they want, no matter how outrageous they want them to be. He still can't answer any of questions about those claims. Sure he can. He absolutely can. If he didn't lie, if he didn't do anything wrong, if the case is legit, why can't he testify? Why not? Well, the answer is obvious. In a petition before State Judge Ramona Franklin, Mallett's attorneys allege Goins' expense reports, which were not made available to the defense at trial, show he lied about using police funds to buy drugs from Mallett. The expense reports also show Goins said he paid an informant for information leading to Mallett's arrest, something which he didn't reveal at trial or tell prosecutors about, according to the petition. Now, we know that from the Tuttle case that Goins' expense reports are totally fabricated. Totally fabricated. In an affidavit, Jamie Burrow, the prosecutor in Mallett's case, said had she known about the information in Goins' expense reports, she would have asked the case be dismissed. The accusations by Mallett are similar to the ones made against Goins related to the January 2019 drug raid in which Dennis Tuttle, 59, Regina Nicholas, 58, were killed. Prosecutors allege Goins lied to obtain the warrant to search the couple's home by claiming that a confidential informant had bought heroin there, yada, yada, yada. Since the raid, prosecutors have been reviewing about 14,000 cases handled by the Houston Police Department's Narcotics Division, including at least more than 2,000 tied to Goins and another ex-officer, Stephen Bryant. And it goes on to tell more about that case, but you know about that case. And then Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg said her office agrees with Mallett's attorneys that Goins lied during Mallett's trial and failed to provide evidence in the case. What we're really concerned about is that an innocent person spent time behind bars, Ogg said. It's our job to get the right guy and to make sure the evidence we have is authentic and truthful. But Ogg said she wasn't yet prepared to declare Mallett innocent. During Thursday's court hearing, prosecutor Josh Reese asked Franklin for more time to investigate. The judge gave prosecutors until February 3rd to finish their investigation. If Franklin accepts the findings, she would then forward the case to Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, which would make the final ruling on whether to declare Mallett innocent or not. What do you do for this guy? He spent years in prison and years on parole. This will follow him the rest of his life. His employment prospects are dim at best. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous that we have these police officers doing this. And they're talking about Goins. Goins is not the only one. He's just the one that got caught. These practices are prevalent within the Houston Narcotics Division. And Chief Art Acevedo, knows about it. His investigation has uncovered just how deep this runs. The question is, what is he doing about it? Well, publicly, he's denying there's a problem. Oh, it's just one bad cop. It's just one bad cop. No. This stuff doesn't happen in a vacuum. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. This guy was taught these practices by someone else, who was taught this by someone else. It is going on, and I know it's going on, and they know it's going on all over the narcotics division. The only solution is for the district attorney to quit taking cases from these narcotics officers until there's a turnover of fresh personnel in the division. Personnel who haven't been taught the shortcuts. That is really the best solution that there is. When the district attorney finds detectives falsifying evidence and bringing false cases, they should not accept cases from those departments, period. Because if one detective's doing it, there's more people doing it. And we need to bring this practice to a halt. How do we do that? By not accepting criminal cases from departments that file these bogus cases. It's that simple. Not just the officers. The whole entire department should be shut down on filing cases until it's cleaned up. That's my opinion. Guys, let me go over here and pop in for comments. For every cop, Drop Doc says, for every cop that gets caught, there are 100 more that haven't been caught. That is absolutely right. Absolutely right. Going over here, looking through this. Just following orders. Yeah, pissed off taxpayer. That's it. It's all about their productivity. Got to get that productivity up. Let's see. There we go. Got to have their productivity up. That's what it's all about. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And until, like I said, until the DAs start shutting these cops down by not taking cases from entire departments, that's how you resolve it. Don't take cases from an entire department until they clean it off. Clean it up. And then once you get to that kind of level, once you get where they know that's going to be the repercussion, they'll quit filing these false cases. And bad officers will have trouble finding employment. And that's what we've got to do. That's it, guys. That is the update. Hope you found this useful. I'm not going to tie you up on time to stand, and Lan Lee need to get out and do stuff. So I don't want to have to keep them in here moderating for me. I am, as you can tell by the way I'm dressed, I am going out to work today. Yeah, imagine that. I actually have some stuff planned with one of my daughters is going to go out and video with me today. Should be interesting. Anyhow, that's it, guys. Y'all be safe, and I will see you again soon. Again, the link to this full article is in the description. So y'all be safe and have a great weekend.